Alrighty, hello everybody and welcome back to another video. So today I've got something a little different. I've got myself a little engine block, and any die-hard Ford fans, Ford tractor fans I should say, will notice this block straight away. This is a block that's common to the 3000 and 4000. I could be wrong, but I think it's also common to the 2000. Don't quote me on that though, I could be wrong. I know it's the same as the 4000 and 3000. But yeah, it's a nice little block. It is locked up solid, and the story behind it is that apparently the previous owner was using it to slash, and if you don't know what slashing means, it's basically bush hogging in America or rotary topping in Britain. But yeah, apparently he was slashing with it, and for whatever reason it just stopped, and he went to try and turn it over and it was locked up, and he didn't want to try anything or try and get it going again. So yeah, he just left it and ended up pulling it out the tractor, tearing it right down. He found a spare motor, so that went into the Ford instead of this being fixed. But this has sat in his shed right in the corner ever since, and he's clearing out some of his stuff. And so I decided to ask him about it, and for the price I paid for it, it might be a dud, but honestly, as I said, for the price I paid for it, I honestly have no regrets in buying it. But yeah, I have put diesel down all the bores, and the pistons are all free and moving, but they're not stuck, so it's the crankshaft that's stuck. And today I'm going to be pulling that out. I'll be pulling all the pistons out, etc. So yeah, it's going to be a big afternoon, but hopefully I can get through it. But yeah, anyway, I'll give you all a look at what I've done so far on the engine. This is the head off that same tractor, that same motor. It was really rusted, and I'll put a photo up of it now. And since then, I have just sprayed some diesel oil over it, and that has sort of gotten the rust out, and it's nice and just say sticky now. So hopefully I'll be able to wipe that clean and might be able to get a good surface on it. If it doesn't have a good surface, I'll send it off to the machine shop to be resurfaced, possibly. And then yeah. Now the sump was really dinged up when I got it. I can't really get all of the dents out of it. But in the process I accidentally popped a hole in the sump, so I'll have to TIG weld that up later. But yeah, it's really bashed up, so I'm wondering if that's a cause of the problem, that whereby possibly the oil pump, which is there, it looks a bit bashed up, possibly that got sucked in, or the sump bashed up the oil pump and it stopped sucking oil, and that led to the motor having no lubrication and it seizing up. It might have run over a stump or something, and it's bashed the sump up, bashed the oil pickup mesh in, and the oil pickup's somewhat sealed to the sump, or sealed enough that it can't get enough oil through, and that has caused oil pressure to drop rapidly. And there's not enough pressure to lubricate all the galleries and everything up in the crankshaft here, and so it's locked up. But yeah, as I said, I will be tearing into it, and I'll be buying any new parts as necessary. So if anything's damaged, I will be fixing it. I'll give you a look at the block. So as you can see, the rings are in really good shape. Well, we lost a bit of diesel moving it around yesterday. That was sloshing around when we were lifting it with the tractor, but as you can see, it's still got diesel in there. So those rings are pretty good. I'll probably put new ones in there, but the fact that they're holding means that this engine probably isn't too worn out. As if it was, the diesel would probably leak straight through those rings. But yeah, from what I can tell up the top end, it's pretty alright. And also looking at the injection pump, if we look here, this stopper switch, can also tell either this is a new injection pump or the engine just has done no work at all. There is no gouging in this stopper switch. Usually on these pumps, you can tell how much the engine has worked. There will be a big gouge in this stopper cable switch, or sorry, I should say stopper switch from this this limiting dowel here. So yeah, it looks like it hasn't really done that much work at all. But yeah, I'll get this turned over. I'll try and catch all of the diesel out of it first so I don't drop any on the ground. But yeah, we will be getting into it, pulling the crankshaft out, all the main bearings, all the conrods and pistons. And yeah, I won't worry about any of the gears in timing case or the camshaft. I'm just going to hope that they're alright for now. Nothing bad happened to them. But yeah, I'll pull this timing cover off though and mark the gear in there, because I'll pull that gear out and have a look at it. But yeah, alright, we'll get into it. I've now got the timing case off for the front of the engine. Next, we're going to be using a breaker bar, and we're going to be pulling out all the mains for the crankshaft. So use a breaker bar for this, and just slow going. Rightio. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Alright, now, showing the truth. See where it's locked up at. Which bearing is the culprit? I have a feeling it's going to be on these front ones somewhere. Rightio, exciting things have happened. If I can turn it over. The old girl is now officially unstuck. Can't properly turn it over, but I don't want to turn it up too much more, but we'll try and get it back to the original lines in the crank. But yeah, that's excellent. I'm really happy with that. Alright, I guess next thing to do is to try and pull the rest of these mains out and get the crank yanked out. Oh sorry, we'll get these pistons pulled out first and then I'll get the crank yanked out. Alright, let's have at it. Well, I didn't film it on camera, but I got all 3 of the pistons out. They're over here. And there's the timing cover and the eject pump gear. Yeah. I've got the rest of the timing stuff there. I found the cause of why it locked up. That's not good. Got a busted drive for the oil pump. So the previous owner, judging by how damaged the sump is, I'd think that he has hit something and broken that, as well as the the mounting flange, as well as the drive tube. and also smashed the suction, so it's not sucking any oil, and that's why it's locked up. But yeah, nonetheless, it still has oil in it, which is alright. I guess it's been somewhat protected from rust. But yeah, it's going to be a definitely full rebuild. Well, that's that, I guess. We now have ourselves a sort of, not minding the camshaft there, a bare block. Crankshaft is out. It's not looking too bad. There's a couple of bit of rust spots and scoring, which means I might have to get it grind on it. So yeah, I'll possibly take it into the machine shop to get it ground down. But nonetheless, it's not looking too bad. There's all the pistons, we've got them out, and all the main bearing caps in order from first to last. So yeah, it was actually not too hard of an engine to take down really. Everything was a bit stuck on it. The crankshaft actually remarkably freed off pretty easily. However, it was, yeah, just a little bit more time consuming than I would have expected, but I got there in the end. So yeah, looks pretty good. All the bores are looking really nice. There's no cracks in them that I can see. Alright, thanks for watching this part one of a big series. And just remember to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. And yeah, I'll see you in part 2 of this video. Bye for now.